my gosh, are you alright, man?
Let's just talk about Django Unchained.
One more moment, Doctor.
What?
We start with a medium-long shot of Calvin as he mockingly insists that Schultz shake his hand.
Notice how he is framed over Schultz's shoulder, insinuating that the scene is literally and figuratively riding on Schultz's shoulders.
The following sequence of shot-reverse shot works to visually separate the ideologies of these two men.
Tarantino frames Calvin in a low angle, implying power and superiority.
Schultz is framed in a high angle, making him appear small and frumpy,
Calvin doesn't have anybody behind him, just a wall of books suggesting an intellectual superiority.
while Schultz is cluttered by his friends and enemies, adding extra weight to his decision.
Now notice the contrasting light and dark color palettes. Calvin is in a dark room,
While Schultz is in a light room, deepening the divide between the characters.
but what's really cool is when tensions rise to a boiling point, we break the shot-reverse shot pattern, introducing a series of frames, all composed with leading lines pointing toward Hildy.
Emphasizing the danger she's in and prompting a close-up of Django to remind us what is at stake for him.
This shot accentuates his scar and runaway R, which serve as visual reminders of the brutality he has gone through to get to this moment.
You really want me to shake your hand?
Just when we think tensions have subsided, Schultz fires his Derringer. Calvin and the camera pull away from one another, making him appear small for the first time in the entire sequence.
He backs into his books and slips while trying to find support on his globe, showing us that the knowledge that fueled his arrogance and the institution that he built his empire upon is ultimately flawed and destined for failure.
Tarantino's attention to detail marries intent to visually striking imagery, which manages to feel organic in an otherwise staged environment. Dude, that is the first movie I saw that actually made me want to make movies.
I know, man. Like, that was the first R-rated movie I saw in a movie theater by myself.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I think it goes without saying that Tarantino's dialogue and characters are just out of this world, but I think what people really don't give him enough credit for is how well he conducts space.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he really utilizes the entire frame and doesn't just use this horizontal and vertical plane, he extends deeper into the scene, so there really isn't any negative space for your eye to, like, focus on.
Right. And it's so cool because his attention to detail and the way that he kind of designs a frame is it's so meticulously crafted, but at the same time it all feels incredibly organic and natural.
Yeah, what's great is that the actors seem to have a freedom to move around the space, but if you look closer, it seems like they actually don't have as much as you might originally think. They're all put in places for a purpose, and their movements, even though they seem naturalistic, they're pretty confined to, like, spatial parameters that give it this great composition.
Yeah, it's this kind of part of his arsenal of tools that people, I don't know, they don't talk about. They talk about his pastiche of, referencing other movies, and as you said, the dialogue, and then there's of course the music and how he builds tension. But nobody ever really just talks about how he frames a shot, how he places the actors and places the camera and just creates these really stunning moments. As we were putting this episode together, the thing that we were talking about is a lot of this you could do in your backyard or your apartment. It's just how you choose to place actors in relationship to the camera.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get Jamie Foxx in your movie, but just leaving a shoulder in a frame at one moment, leaving a hand in soft focus in a frame in another moment, taking it out of the next shot, framing a character a little lower or higher than the other person, these subtle changes of color. It does so much visual storytelling for you and progresses the scene along in a very dynamic way that it leaves you with this very stunning end product that, like you just said, you could probably pull something like that off in your backyard for next to nothing. And it's just so freaking good, man. It's just so good. I mean, I love this movie.
So good. Love it. Alright, if you like this, come all, subscribe to the YouTube, smash that like button, smash the Patreon button, smash all the buttons, smash your keyboard, smash the whole thing, light your phone on fire, light it all on fire, burn it all down, and and watch Django Unchained.
Yeah. and us too.
And us too, please.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
Bye.